baby. There was a guy online from Baltimore who was claiming to be her baby dad. He ended up getting.
Nobody was prepared for the explosion that ripped through the internet the moment Jason Lee and Natalie Nunn decided they'd had enough of ChriseanRock's stories. Because this wasn't a shade post. This wasn't a petty subtweet. This was a full-blown annihilation delivered with receipts, rage, and a level of confidence that made everyone stop scrolling like, wait, what did they just expose? It all started when Jason Lee went live looking furious, pacing back and forth like he had been holding this in for weeks. His opening line alone broke the internet. "I'm done covering for her. Y'all need to hear the real story Chrisean never thought would come out." And before viewers could breathe, Natalie Nunn jumped on the live looking fed up, makeup flawless, but her expression ice cold. She said the line that triggered absolute mayhem. Blueface wasn't even supposed to know. She lied to everybody, including us. The comments blew up instantly. What did she hide? Why was Blueface not supposed to know? Drop the receipts now. This live is wild. And Jason didn't hesitate. He slammed down screenshots, voice notes, and timelines that made Chrisean's entire version of events look like fiction. Natalie kept interrupting him, yelling, "Tell them the part she begged us not to repeat." And that's when it clicked for viewers. This wasn't just drama. This wasn't just tension. This was a cover-up unraveling in real time, and Chrisean's entire narrative was about to collapse under the weight of the truth. But the most shocking part wasn't the accusations. It was the moment Jason said, with a smile that looked way too satisfied, "Oh, trust me, this goes way deeper than she wants any of you to know." And that was only the beginning. Long before Jason Lee and Natalie Nunn detonated that live stream, long before the internet exploded with hashtags dragging ChriseanRock, and long before Blueface became the center of a secret he was never supposed to know, there was already a deep, quiet tension brewing underneath everything, a tension the public didn't see, a tension insiders whispered about for months, a tension that finally erupted in the ugliest way possible. Because if there's one thing people forget about Chrisean, Jason, and Natalie, it's that these three weren't just random names thrown into a scandal. They were connected deeply, messily, and the history between them was filled with unspoken grudges, ignored warnings, and moments where you could feel the energy shift. The kind of shift where you know somebody's lying, somebody is hiding something, and everybody knows more than they're saying. The truth is, Jason Lee had been protecting Chrisean for a long time, way longer than the public realized. Behind the scenes, he carried stories he never published, voice notes he never played, and screenshots he kept locked away out of respect. He covered for her when she spiraled. He gave her space when she lashed out. He shielded her from narratives that could have ruined her. And every time fans asked why he wasn't reporting certain incidents, he would deflect with lines like, "I don't want to kick her when she's already dealing with so much. Let her heal first. I know more than I say, but it's not my place." But somewhere along the line, that loyalty snapped. Because according to people close to the situation, Chrisean didn't just lie to the world, she lied about the people who were defending her the loudest, and every lie pushed Jason closer and closer to the breaking point we saw on that live stream. And Natalie Nunn, her relationship with Chrisean was even more complicated. They went from co-stars to frenemies to something that looked like loyalty but felt like tension waiting to erupt. Natalie was the one who gave Chrisean opportunities. She brought her into rooms she didn't have access to. She vouched for her. She let her shine. She protected her reputation when producers wanted to cut her loose. But Chrisean's unpredictable behavior didn't just threaten her own career, it threatened everyone around her. There were nights where Natalie left sets in tears, nights where she fought for Chrisean behind closed doors, nights where she begged executives, just give her one more chance, she's going through a lot. But even with all that support, all that grace, all that patience, Chrisean allegedly did something that crossed a line Natalie swore she would never forgive. And that is the secret she screamed about on that live stream, the thing she said Blueface wasn't even supposed to know. To understand how dangerous that sentence is, you need to understand the history between Chrisean and Blueface. A history filled with chaos, betrayal, manipulation, obsession, and a toxic cycle that not even the internet could fully track. Every fight, every reunion, every breakup, every threat, every Instagram story meltdown, it all created this storm of confusion where nobody ever knew what was real and what was performance. But behind the scenes, there were incidents nobody knew about, moments that were never filmed, phone calls that never leaked, events that were covered up so the public would never see the full picture. Jason and Natalie were there for some of those moments. They saw the aftermath. They saw the damage. They saw the lies being built before their eyes. And for the longest time, they stayed quiet. Not because they were scared, but because they still cared. Everything changed the moment Chrisean started shaping a narrative that painted Jason and Natalie as villains, while hiding the one truth that could flip her entire story upside down. And according to Jason, that truth wasn't just harmful, it was dangerous. People close to Jason say he warned Chrisean privately, "Don't make me tell them what really happened. Please don't push me." But Chrisean pushed anyway. She posted things that made Jason look manipulative. She said things that made Natalie look jealous. She shared timelines that didn't match reality. She left out details that made her look innocent when she wasn't. And the whole time, she acted like Blueface knew everything, but he didn't. There was one situation, one incident, one secret that Chrisean, Jason, and Natalie all knew about, but Blueface had never been told, not even once, not even accidentally. People in the industry whispered about it for months, but nobody had proof. Nobody understood why it was so sensitive. Nobody knew why the mention of it made everyone go quiet, until Jason went live. That was the moment viewers realized this wasn't normal drama. This wasn't regular reality TV messiness. This was personal, deep, and connected to something Chrisean hid for a long time. Throughout the years, Jason collected screenshots, timestamps, and messages that contradicted almost everything Chrisean said publicly. He never used them, never weaponized them, never even hinted they existed. But on that live stream, you could see it, the exact moment he snapped. His eyes looked tired, his voice was low, angry, and fed up. He wasn't talking like a blogger. He was talking like a man who'd been betrayed by someone he defended too many times. Natalie, on the other hand, wasn't angry, and she was done. Her voice cracked. Her tone was sharp. She was speaking like someone who tried to protect the wrong person. At one point, she said, "We covered for her, we lied for her, and she turned around and made us look crazy." That line changed everything, because if Jason and Natalie lied for Chrisean, what were they covering up? What was so serious that Blueface wasn't allowed to know? Why did they feel obligated to protect her? And most importantly, why did they finally stop? Because according to one insider, the breaking point happened only days before the live stream. Chrisean allegedly told a story online that painted her as the victim of a situation Jason knew she started. A situation that didn't just affect her, but dragged multiple people into chaos they didn't ask for. That's when Natalie reportedly told Jason, "She's playing with your name now. You need to clear it. I'm backing you up." And once those two aligned, it was over. The live stream wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't staged. It was frustration exploding after years of holding back. And the moment Natalie said, "Blueface wasn't supposed to know," the energy shifted completely. Viewers leaned in. Comment sections froze. Clip channels were already screen recording. Because everyone knew, whatever this secret was, it wasn't small. It wasn't petty. It wasn't something you could laugh off. This was something that could change the entire narrative of Chrisean and Blueface's relationship permanently. Jason took a deep breath. Natalie grabbed her phone. The comments exploded with, "Drop it! Say it! We already know she lying, just say it, tit." What wasn't Blueface supposed to know? Jason looked at the camera with a stare that sent chills down everyone watching. And he said, "Fine, if she wants to lie on us, let's tell the truth." That was the moment the entire internet realized A bomb was about to drop. And there was no going back. The second Jason Lee said, "Fine, if she wants to lie on us, let's tell the truth." The whole live stream shifted from messy to catastrophic. Viewers felt it instantly. The tension, the weight, the danger of what he was about to expose. You could practically feel thousands of people sitting up in bed, grabbing their phones, turning the volume to max because everyone knew Jason wasn't bluffing. Natalie wasn't exaggerating. This wasn't just another Chrisean meltdown. This was the moment everything she had ever claimed was about to be tested. Jason leaned into the camera, eyes sharp, face tight, like he was reliving trauma he'd tried to bury. Natalie crossed her arms, shaking her head, mumbling, I told her this was going to happen." The comments flew at lightning speed. What did she do? Blueface didn't know what? Drop it now. I cannot breathe. Jason, stop talking in riddles. Jason exhaled slowly and said, "Let's start with the night she begged us not to tell him." The chat froze. Natalie whispered, "Oh my God, you're really doing it." Jason nodded. According to Jason, the entire situation started months earlier. During a night the public only heard pieces of, a night fans thought they understood, a night that had already gone viral for other reasons. But the truth? The real story behind that night had been smothered under lies, excuses, and damage control for months. Jason said Chrisean was desperate, shaking, sobbing, hyperventilating, not because she was scared of the internet, not because she was scared of Natalie, not because of any fight. She was terrified of Blueface, not the Blueface the world sees, the one who argues, trolls, and posts for attention. Jason said she was scared of what Blueface would do if he found out what she really did that night. As soon as Jason said that line, what she really did, the entire live stream exploded. Comments, "What happened? I know she didn't. Nothing good starts with that sentence. She be hiding things from him?" Jason's voice dropped lower. "She lied to everybody, and she used me and Natalie to hide it." Natalie jumped in. "We risked our brands for her, and she made us look stupid." Jason pulled out his phone, turned the brightness all the way up, and said, "Let me show you something." The viewers lost their minds. "Receipts? Click it." "Jason, stop teasing us. Drop the file. Send it to me. I'll read it for you." Jason scrolled again, tapped a voice note. A female voice, panicked, breathless, filled the live stream. "Jason, please don't tell him. Natalie, please. I messed up. I didn't mean for this to happen. Just act like you don't know anything. I can't let him find out. I can't. He's gonna flip. He's gonna leave me. He's gonna ruin me. Please, I'll fix it. I'll fix everything. Just don't say anything. Please, please." It was unmistakably Chrisean. People watching went feral. "Oh my God, that's her. She begging like that? She did something bad, bro. Whatever she hid was serious. What did she do that Blueface wasn't supposed to know?" Natalie snatched the phone from Jason and said, "And she didn't just send one voice note. She sent 10. Jason said that night spiraled into chaos, and Chrisean dragged both of them into a situation they weren't prepared for. She claimed she needed just a few hours to fix the problem before Blueface noticed. She begged them to stall him, distract him, tell him she was at Natalie's house when she wasn't. But the part that hit hardest, Jason said, she made us lie on her behalf. And when the truth came out, she blamed US instead of admitting what she did. That's when he dropped the first major bomb. She wasn't at our house. She wasn't where she said she was, and she disappeared for hours and came back with a story that didn't match anything she told us," Natalie added. "And when Blueface asked me why I didn't tell him, I was done because she made it look like we were sneaking around for her." Jason shook his head, disgusted. "She put my name in a lie before she even told me what happened." The tension on live stream skyrocketed. Meanwhile, the comments were losing control. What was she doing? Where did she go? She lied to Blueface again. This is about to be worse than the zoo show. I know she didn't cheat. Jason suddenly stopped the scroll and said, "That's what y'all think. Cheating. You think this is about her being with another man?" He laughed, just a bitter, exhausted laugh. "No, it's not that." Natalie leaned in close to the camera, eyes wide with disgust. "It's way worse." The live stream chat exploded like a bomb. "Worse? How can it be worse? What did she do? Oh my God. Drop it. We need the details now." Jason looked directly into the camera, face stone cold. "She lied to Blueface about where she was and who she was with. But it wasn't a man. It was someone she wasn't supposed to ever be around." The comments froze. People started guessing. A rival? Her ex? A producer? A relative? A crew member? A woman? A security guard? Jason silenced everyone with one sentence. The person she was hiding from Blueface was the same person she told us earlier she was scared of. The entire internet went silent. Natalie covered her mouth, shaking her head. "Jason, don't." Jason ignored her. That night, she didn't disappear to go party. She didn't disappear to go link up. She disappeared because she was trying to clean up a situation she created with someone she promised. Blueface she cut off. The comments erupted again. She was with who? Who did she promise to cut off? Jason, say the name. She is toxic Omega. Drop the name. Jason slammed his hand on the table. "I'm not dropping the name. Yet. But let me tell you exactly what she did." He pulled up another screenshot, a message thread with blue and gray bubbles blurred, but the timestamps were loud and clear. Chrisean's message said, "If he sees this number, call me again. I'm done. Please just meet me. I need to fix this before he finds out." Another message, "Don't tell anyone I came here. Nobody, not even Natalie." Then, "I'll blame it on Jason if he asks." Jason stared at the screen, furious. "She said she'd blame it on me before she even showed up." Comments flew, "She what? Blame it on Jason? She's dangerous at this point. Why would she say that? What was she hiding?" Jason said, "The reason she was hiding that person from Blueface was because of a past incident, one she promised she'd never repeat, one that nearly ended her relationship and her career." Then he finally said the line that cracked the internet open. That night, she got caught trying to cover up something that involved her and a person Blueface absolutely hates. Someone he forbade her from seeing, someone who almost ruined everything the last time. People in the chat started spamming the same question. Who? Natalie grabbed the phone again. And when Blueface found out she lied, she told him we were the ones hiding it. "And that is why we are here today," Jason added. "Chrisean didn't just lie. She dragged our names into something that could have had real consequences. And now she wants the internet to believe her?" He shook his head. "Nah, not this time." But right as Jason was about to reveal the identity of the person she was hiding, Natalie screamed, "Jason, no, that's the part that's gonna break the internet." Jason hesitated. He closed his phone, looked into the camera with a stare that felt like a warning, and said, "If y'all think this is bad, wait until you hear who she was with. That's the part Blueface still doesn't know." And then, in the most chaotic moment of the night, the live stream crashed. Viewers refreshed like maniacs. Comments blew up. People accused Chrisean of reporting the stream. Memes were already spreading. But one thing was clear. The truth about who she was hiding would change the entire story forever. And nobody, not Jason, not Natalie, not Blueface, not even Chrisean herself, was ready for the fallout. The moment the live stream crashed, the internet went feral. People were refreshing their screens like their lives depended on it. Some thought their Wi-Fi died. Others thought Jason ended the live. Some claimed Instagram shut it down because of too many reports. A few conspiracy pages posted, Chrisean got it taken down. But the truth? Nobody knew. Comment sections were flipping upside down. Who was she with? What was Blueface not supposed to know? Why did the live crash at that exact moment? Natalie said that's the part that will break the internet? People were wildin'. TikTokers who weren't even watching the live started going live themselves like, "Y'all, what just happened?" And then 2 minutes later, Jason posted a single Instagram story, "Y'all crashed my live. We're coming back." The internet screamed. Memes flooded X. Reaction channels were already clipping the crash. Twitter Spaces opened with thousands of listeners. But the second Jason restarted the live, the energy was different. He wasn't pacing anymore. He wasn't teasing. He wasn't laughing. He walked straight to the camera, face tight, no expression, like a man who realized the moment he said the name, everything was going to erupt. Natalie wasn't yelling anymore either. She was sitting back, arms crossed, jaw clenched, eyes locked on Jason like she already knew once he said it. There was no going back. Jason sighed deeply. "All right, let's finish this. I'm tired of protecting people who don't protect us." The comments blew up again. "Tell us! Drop the name E! Chrisean been lying. Jason, don't hold back. We're ready." And then Jason said, the person she was hiding from Blueface was someone she swears she cut off. Someone who almost exposed her months ago. Someone who has receipts she never wanted online. And this is who she sneaked off to meet the night she begged us not to tell him. He paused, looked directly into the camera, and dropped the bomb. It was her brother. The live stream paused for a beat. It was so shocking people thought the app froze. Then the comments exploded. "Bro, what? Tet? No way, she..." The brother? The same brother she said she don't talk to. The one that fought Blueface? Not him. Chrisean was hiding her own brother. The chaos was instant and violent. Natalie slammed her hand on the table. Thank you. Now they know." Jason continued. "Yes, him. The same brother. She said she cut off. The same brother Blueface told her not to ever be around again. The same brother who caused that whole situation months ago." People in the chat were foaming. She lied about cutting him off? The brother with the fight? The brother who threatened Blue? The brother who went live trashing her? That one? Jason said, "That night, she disappeared because she went to meet him. She wasn't at any friend's house. She wasn't at any studio. She wasn't with Natalie. She wasn't with me. She was trying to fix a problem she created with him, and she begged us not to tell Blueface because she knew what would happen if he found out." Natalie jumped in, and she didn't just lie, she made US lie to cover it up. She told Blueface she was with me when she wasn't even in the same city. The comments went insane. "I knew she was lying. She always hiding that brother. She put Jason and Natalie in the middle of family drama. Where is the brother now? What was he hiding? She is a menace So Blueface didn't know she was meeting him?" Jason raised his hand. "Wait, that's not even the worst part." Everyone stopped. Jason held his phone up again. "Let me show you the real reason she didn't want Blueface to know." He tapped another voice note, this one angrier. Louder, Chrisean's voice crying panicked. "Jason, please don't tell him. He'll think I'm choosing my family over him. He'll think I'm lying again. He'll think I'm back in that mess. I can't go through this again. Please, just act like I was with y'all. Please, I can't lose him." Natalie whispered, "Wow, hearing it again is crazy." Jason said, "She didn't meet her brother by accident. She met him to shut down something he was threatening to post." The comments froze. What was he gonna post? The brother had receipts. This family is a movie. Jason, don't do this to us. Drop it, tip. Jason scrolled to a screenshot. It was a message from her brother that said, "If you don't come talk to me in person, I'm going live, and I'm telling everything." Natalie shook her head. She panicked. She ran over there. She begged him not to post what he had. Jason added, she didn't want Blueface knowing her brother still had access to her. She didn't want Blueface knowing they were talking. And she definitely didn't want him seeing the messages her brother was threatening to leak. The chat was losing their minds. She definitely hiding something big. What did her brother have? What was he about to post? This is dark. The brother been a menace. This is wilder than any reality show." Then Jason said what nobody expected. Her brother wasn't threatening to expose her. He was threatening to expose Blueface. The chat went insane. What? Why would her brother expose Blue? The brother and Blueface beef runs deep. She put everyone in a dangerous situation. What did he have on Blueface? Jason leaned forward. Her brother had screenshots that would have started a war between them. Screenshots from months earlier. Screenshots that could have blown up their entire relationship publicly. Natalie added, and instead of telling Blueface the truth, she begged us to lie for her, because those screenshots involved another person she wasn't supposed to be talking to. The chat froze. Jason exhaled. A friend of Blueface's. Silence. People couldn't even type. Then the comments blew up. A friend of Blueface? Who? Now this is getting dangerous. She was talking to his friend? Blueface does not play about his friends. This could have ended violently. Is this why she hid the brother? Jason nodded slowly. Yes, that's why she begged. That's why she lied. That's why she dragged me and Natalie into it. And that is why she did not want Blueface to know. Natalie said, because if he found out the truth, not just that she met the brother, but what the brother had on his friend, it would have exploded their whole world. Jason slammed his phone shut. And now she's online, acting like we betrayed her? No, she betrayed us. The comments went insane. But Jason wasn't done. He stared into the camera and said, you want to know who the friend was? You want to know what the screenshots showed? You want to know why the brother had them? Natalie covered her face. Jason, don't do it. Jason smirked slightly. If you think this was the twist, you're not ready for what's next. And then he dropped the final bomb. The screenshots weren't about cheating. They weren't about drama. They were about a secret conversation that could ruin Blueface's entire career, and she knew it. The internet froze. Jason took a breath, opened his mouth, and the live stream glitched. The audio cut. The comments froze. The screen went black. And the live ended. The internet immediately exploded. No. Instagram is playing with us. What was he about to say? The friend is someone big, I know it. I need that part right now. This is not over. And it wasn't, because the next reveal would be the one that blows the entire story off the internet. The moment Jason's live stream blacked out a second time, the internet went into full hysteria. Not regular chaos, but a level of pandemonium usually reserved for celebrity arrests, leaked tapes, and global scandals. People weren't just shocked. They were pacing in their bedrooms, refreshing 50 times per minute, running to group chats, screaming into FaceTime calls. It felt like the entire digital world was holding its breath at the same time. Within minutes, the hashtag Connor, Jason, Natalie, Chrisean hit the trending list. Then Blueface wasn't supposed to know started climbing. Then the brother screenshots appeared like a ghost. People didn't even know the full truth yet. They were reacting to the possibility of the truth. But the most explosive reaction came from TikTok. Thousands, literally thousands, of creators started stitching. The moment Jason said the person she was hiding was her brother. People were falling out of chairs, people were clutching their wigs, people were holding their chests like they needed CPR. One viral reaction video had a girl screaming, "I knew it was family. It's always the family." Another creator said, "No wonder she was panicking. If Blueface found out her brother had receipts on his own friend, baby, that's a war." But some people connected the dots even deeper. One TikTok investigator pieced together old lives, old tweets, old fights, old interviews, and posted, "Guys, I think the brother wanted to expose what Blueface said about Chrisean's family months ago." His comment section exploded with, "Wait, that makes sense. The timeline adds up. Jason needs to drop the screenshots ASAP." The brother been mad for a long time. Others claim the secret was bigger, tied to Blueface's own circle, loyalty, and reputation. One user said, if those screenshots involved one of Blue's friends, Oh yeah, Chrisean was right to be terrified. Meanwhile, on X, Twitter, chaos was even worse. People were arguing nonstop. Jason didn't lie. She been hiding that, brother. Y'all are blind. Jason and Natalie been wanting to expose her. Chrisean always plays victim, then gets mad when the truth comes out. I need Blueface to go live right now. But then celebrities started weighing in, and that's when the narrative got even louder. A reality star posted, Jason always got the receipts. If he said it, it's true. A famous rapper tweeted, why everybody scared to say the friend's name though? A popular influencer laughed, Instagram cutting alive, every time Jason gets to the good part is crazy. But then one comment stopped everyone cold. Hazel E. went live and said, I've been saying this family drama was deeper than what y'all see online. The comment section erupted, Hazel knows something. Why are all these people in the loop except us? Drop the name already. Even producers started chiming in anonymously through gossip accounts. We saw this coming. That girl hides a lot more than the cameras ever show. Someone claiming to be a Zeus employee commented, if Jason says he has more, believe him. This is not the worst of it. The industry wasn't surprised. They were relieved. One anonymous producer said, Chrisean has burned too many bridges. Now people are finally speaking. But while everyone else was reacting, Blueface stayed silent, completely silent. He didn't post. He didn't tweet. He didn't like anything. He didn't comment. And that made everything worse. People started panicking. Blueface knows now. He's watching all of this. He about to go off. This is the calm before the storm. Every blog page was waiting for him to crack. Every gossip site had a draft ready. Every fan account refreshed his Instagram page like it was a job. But then, a small comment appeared. A fan page posted a clip of Jason saying the brother had screenshots on Blueface's friend. And under that post, Blueface commented one emoji, just a blank, expressionless face, no words, no explanation, just a stare. And the entire internet interpreted it as, oh, he knows. People ran to Twitter. The emoji is crazy. That man is about to explode. Blueface watched the whole thing. Oh yeah, he pissed. This is about to turn into a different kind of story. Meanwhile, Chrisean finally cracked. After hours of silence, she went live. And it wasn't a calm live. It wasn't a defensive live. It was pure chaotic energy. Pacing, yelling, hair all over the place, crying, laughing, screaming at the comments. She said, y'all listen to anybody? Jason lying, Natalie lying, they jealous of me. Why y'all believe them over me? The comments were not on her side. Girl, they played your voice note. You said you'd blame Jason. Why were you hiding your brother? Why Blueface wasn't supposed to know? Answer the real question. Chrisean ignored every direct question and instead started ranting about loyalty. I've been there for them. They want clown moments of me. They want views. But viewers weren't buying it. This time, people weren't defending her. They were demanding answers. Someone commented, if you did nothing wrong, say the name. She froze, smiled nervously, then said, I don't gotta explain myself, which made things a million times worse. Someone else commented, so the brother story true? Chrisean instantly ended the live. The internet lost it. But the craziest reaction came minutes later from someone nobody expected. A member of Blueface's circle, one of his closest friends, posted a cryptic message. Everyone ain't your friend, and some people talk too much. People connected the dots immediately. Oh, that's one of the friends. It's him. He knows. This just got real. The friend is scared. Blogs reposted his story with captions like, someone's nervous. Influencers went crazy. One said, if the brother had screenshots about that friend and the friend is posting subliminal, it's real. Another said, this drama is connected to something way deeper than Blueface and Chrisean. People started theorizing that the hidden friend might be someone with real status, maybe a rapper, a manager, someone with influence. And just as the conversation reached peak insanity, Jason went live. Again, no intro, no jokes, no hesitation. He stared into the camera and said, "Y'all acting like that was the big reveal. That wasn't even the real twist. The real twist is who gave the brother the screenshots." The internet froze, and Jason said the sentence that caused global chaos. It wasn't the brother who exposed Chrisean, it was someone from Blueface's side. When Jason said it wasn't the brother who exposed Chrisean, it was someone from Blueface's side, the entire internet didn't just gasp, it flatlined. Every comment section went dead silent for a full 2 seconds before detonating like a bomb. People typed so fast the live stream couldn't keep up. "No way! Someone in Blueface's circle did this? Who from his side would help the brother? Someone snitched. This is a betrayal arc." Even Natalie looked stunned, like even she didn't know that part. Her eyes widened as she turned to Jason. "Wait, you didn't tell me that." Jason nodded slowly, rubbing his forehead like he'd been holding the secret for too long. "Yeah, because this is the part that gets dark." Everyone leaned in. The chat slowed down, not because people stopped commenting, but because so many were typing that the app was lagging. Jason took a breath. "Let me explain something to y'all. The brother had screenshots, yes, but the person who gave him those screenshots wasn't family." He paused for dramatic effect, but he didn't need to. People were already losing their minds. It wasn't a cousin, it wasn't a friend, it wasn't someone from her side. He leaned closer to the camera, voice dipping into a lower, sharper tone. It was somebody who was already tired of the lies, tired of the drama, tired of the way Blueface and Chrisean's mess was starting to spill onto them. Natalie put her hands over her mouth. "Jason, don't tell me." Jason looked at her. "Yeah." And then he said the line that broke the entire internet in half. The screenshots came from one of Blueface's own friends, someone who pretended to be loyal to him while secretly feeding information to the brother. People screamed in the comments, "What, Tut? Betrayal from the inside." The friend was playing both sides. "I can't breathe. It was a mole the whole time. This is a Netflix documentary now." But Jason wasn't done. He continued, "This friend didn't just leak messages, he stirred the pot. He helped the brother with context. He made the situation look even worse than it actually was." Natalie shouted, "Why would he do that?" Jason shrugged. Jealousy, resentment, opportunity, chaos. I don't know, but he definitely didn't do it out of loyalty. The comments were now in full meltdown mode. Who taff is the friend? What did Blueface do to him? Did Chrisean know? No wonder she panicked. This is 4 people betraying each other at the same time. Jason lifted his phone again. Because the real twist, that friend wasn't trying to hurt Chrisean, he was trying to hurt Blueface. Natalie gasped. "Ah, my God!" The chat exploded. Jason nodded. This wasn't about protecting her. It wasn't about exposing her. It wasn't about the brother. This was about taking Blueface down. He held up another screenshot, blurred, but with a clear sender bubble. "This is the message the friend sent the brother before everything blew up." Jason read it. "If you really want to hurt him, post these. She'll panic. He'll lose it. They'll destroy each other." The internet almost crashed. People typed in all caps. Someone in Blueface's circle wanted to see him fall. This is better than TV. The friend is evil. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Chrisean ain't the only liar in this story. Natalie shouted, "This is sabotage. This is crazy." Jason leaned back exhausted. That's why the brother suddenly had leverage. That's why Chrisean was terrified. That's why she begged us to lie. She wasn't scared of her brother exposing her. She was scared of what it would do to Blueface. The comments were shaking the screen. So she was protecting him? Wait a minute. This makes everything different. She hid it because it would have started a war. Oh, this is deep, deep. Natalie was pacing now. That means her brother and his friend were working together? Jason nodded. Yes, two people who hate each other, teamed up behind their backs to bring both of them down. People in the chat lost consciousness at this point, but then Jason said something even darker. And the craziest part? Blueface still doesn't know which friend did it. The live stream lost its mind. People were typing every name under the sun. The theories were insane. It's the one who always looks uncomfortable. It's the one who was at the fight. It's the one she used to be cool with. It's someone who'd been jealous. Jason held up his hand. Before y'all guess wrong, let me make one thing very clear. He leaned in again. This friend is still around him. Silence. The chat didn't move. Nobody typed. Nobody even breathed. Jason finished with, this friend smiles in his face, and the brother still has more screenshots. Natalie whispered, Jesus Christ. Jason sighed, long, tired, almost relieved. And that is the real reason she didn't want Blueface to know. Then he looked into the camera like he knew exactly what chaos he had just unleashed. Because the second he finds out which friend betrayed him, that's when everything blows up. The live abruptly ended. No warning, no outro, no explanation. And within seconds, every blog posted. The friend is still in Blueface's inner circle. Theories exploded. Fans went insane. Celebrities reacted. Chrisean vanished again. Blueface went silent again. And everyone knows, when this truth finally comes out, it won't just end friendships. It won't just expose lies. It could turn into a war. And now that the truth is finally out, the brother, the friend, the betrayal from inside Blueface's own circle, the screenshots, the panic, the lies, the cover-ups, the secrets Chrisean hid, and the people she dragged down with her, you need to understand something. This is not the end of the story. This is the part right before everything explodes. Because Jason didn't drop the friend's name. Natalie didn't drop the friend's name. Chrisean refused to explain the real reason she was hiding. And Blueface? He still doesn't know who betrayed him, but the brother does. Jason does. Natalie does. And the anonymous accounts leaking pieces of this story clearly know too. So now I need you, the viewer, to step in. Jump into the comments right now and tell me, who do you think the friend is? The quiet one? The loyal one? The one always next to him in videos? The one who stopped hanging around? Or the one who always shows up when drama starts? Do you think Jason should drop the screenshots? Do you think Blueface already knows and is hiding it? Do you think Chrisean was protecting him or protecting herself? And the biggest question of all, do you think the brother and the friend are still working together? Or was that alliance temporary because if Jason goes live again, if the brother snaps again, if the friend slips up and posts something shady, if Blueface finally finds out who stabbed him in the back, that's when the real fallout begins, and trust me, the next update won't be loud. It'll be violent. Friendships will collapse, receipts will drop, names will finally be exposed, and the entire internet will be watching in real time. So before the next bomb hits, hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications right now so you don't miss the moment the final reveal drops. Comment your theories. Comment who you think the friend is. Comment which receipts you think Jason still has. Because when the truth comes out, you're going to want to say you saw it unfold from the very beginning.